We're going to have a look around, just a brief introduction to the results engine on the website. There's a number of different ways to get there. You'll notice on the right-hand margin of the home page, there's a list of a couple of recent games, the date of which is a hyperlink, which you simply click on. Or you can go over to the results button on the left side of the screen, and it'll show them for as far back as you may care to have a look. So let's have a quick look at a game on Thursday evening, January 3rd. You first look at the ranking, which is very similar to the quick readout that we had prior to using this website, where the director would put the ranking on the screen. And you can drill down into different pairs. Once you drill down into this pair, we're now on what's called the scorecard screen. You'll notice everything in the left margin is related to who you played, what was bid, the lead, and the number of tricks taken, as well as the score. Notice the score shows as east-west. On the previous output, the east-west scores were negative and the north-south scores were positive, which is similar to this, except now they each have their own column. This is the number of master points on the board, and this is exactly what you would have seen in the percentages, nicely color-coded, all the way from 0, using a number of different colors up to 100. And here's a list of the boards played for the scorecard. We had selected pair 4 north-south, so if you did indeed play that board, whether you're north-south or whether you're east-west, there's a yellow highlight here, which shows exactly what your score was, and it's easy to see whether you had a top, bottom, or whatever board. And you can page through the boards looking at anything you want. Notice we did play all the boards. So that's basically the scorecards. Then there's a matrix which shows the number of master points earned per board by each pair, with the understanding, of course, the fact that the first place team had 80.5 in east-west and the first place team had 66.5 in north-south. It gives a explanation as to why they finished first in their respective compass points. So remember, we looked at the scorecards, which had information about who you played and what was led and all that sort of thing. Then there's the Travelers, which is something almost a blast from the past. This part of the Travelers would show exactly what happened. Notice as you hover over the hand that it displays the metadata with respect to the hand, and if you want to make that go away, you just go up to the optimum. There is no highlighting in here. Let's say we're looking at this as pair 5. Notice that we did play board 1, and surprise, surprise, based on the movement we were using here, everybody played every board. It was a 24 board game. And if you want to look at or print the hand records, there's various ways to bring it out. I'd suggest if you're going to print the hand records that you be careful about the formatting, because the formatting and the way that it comes out on the printed screen will resemble but won't be exactly the same as what you're seeing here, and there is a very good possibility that unbeknownst to you, when you printed hand records, you could end up chewing up 3 to 6 pages of paper, if that's okay with you. Just something worth knowing. So we started with the ranking. Notice that it's organized by east-west, of course, but there will be some situations where it's not going to be organized that way if we're playing a howl, what we call a howl, and there's only one winner. This information proves quite valuable to some people. There's a couple different ways to look at things. I prefer the previous way because I find this way too busy. And then there's a play it again engine. The play it again engine will allow you to replay the contract, replay the hand, based on every possible contract that can be either bid and made or simply made. So let's play it in 3 spades. 3 spades by north, and notice that the green is highlighting east because east is on opening lead. Let's have a look at 3 clubs in the north. Same thing. And as soon as we switch over to 2 hearts in the east, of course the opening lead goes to the south. We'll close that up. You page through all these boards like this. And some people find the opening lead quite educational. That's why we've had it going at the bridge connection for quite a while. And that's your quick summary. Hope you enjoy. I think you might find yourself getting quite used to this display, and if and when you have the time to go over this with your partner, especially a regular partner, but anybody you happen to be playing with at a game at the bridge connection, you may find it quite a good assistant in helping you up your game.